The title of the message is Building on the Rock. Building on the Rock. And I just want to start with the banner scripture for this. Not everyone that says to me, Lord, Lord, shall enter the kingdom of heaven, but those who do the will of my Father in heaven. Many will say to me in that day, Lord, Lord, have we not prophesied in your name, and cast out devils, and done many wonders in your name? Then will I declare to them, I never knew you. Depart from me, you who practice lawlessness. Everyone who hears these words of mine and does them shall be like a wise man who built his house on a rock. And the rains fell, and the floods came, and the winds blew. And it fell, and it did not fall, because it was founded on a rock. And everyone who hears these sayings of mine and does them and does not do them will be likened unto a foolish man who built his house on the sand. And the rains fell, and the floods came, and the winds blew and beat against that house, and it fell, and great was the fall of it. These scriptures that I read are some of the most frightening scriptures in the Bible. They're the most frightening scriptures in the Bible, because he says, did we not do? It said first, they said, Lord, Lord. He said, not everybody who says, Lord, Lord, is going to enter the kingdom of heaven. He says, but only those that do the will of my Father. Only those that do the will of my Father. He says, for many will say to me in that day, Lord, Lord, have we not prophesied in your name, and cast out devils in your name, and did many wonders in your name? And I recall what Mark 16, the 16th chapter, starting at verse 14 says. He says, these signs shall follow them that believe. In my name they'll cast out devils, they'll speak with new tongues. And if they take up, and they shall recover from their, they shall lay hands on the sick and they shall recover. And if they take up any deadly thing, it shall not harm them. And so these are the wonderful works that Jesus was talking about. But he says, even though people do those works, and even though people have acts of power and do many wonderful things, guess what? That does not qualify them for the kingdom of heaven. The thing that qualifies them for the kingdom of heaven is whether they did the will of God. And so they frightening. These verses are frightening, because you can go to church regularly. You can be a regular church attender and attend church every time the door opens. And you can pay your tithes. You can pay your tithes to the point that you pay them every day. And even when it becomes a large amount, you pay a small amount and you also pay a large amount. It doesn't make a difference. You can pay your tithes and still not make it in. You can be a pastor. You can be a pastor who stand up and preach the gospel every Sunday and tell other people how to get into the kingdom, but then you yourself are left out. You can be a missionary that goes on the mission field and converts people who never knew Jesus, who never heard of Jesus, and you tell them about Jesus and they get saved, and you still not make the cut.